Welcome, jesters. It seems right now a lot of our friends on the left are going with the angle, we warned you. We told you this was going to happen. We said so. They warned us that Donald Trump was going to be a fascist, authoritarian dictator. They warned us that he was going to weaponize the government. They warned us that he was not going to give up power in 2028, 2030, whatever it was. It doesn't really matter, right? So, yeah, they're carrying on how they warned us about President Trump and the things that he would do once he had power. Well, friends on the left, I hate to break it to you, but no, this is, far from warning us, no, this is what we voted for. We absolutely 100% voted for this. We voted for him to use the full force and power of the federal government that you created against you. Yes, we are absolutely 100% in support of this. So warning us, or trying, pathetically, to gloat that you warned us, yeah, that's actually not working. You're just reminding us that we actually voted correctly. You're reminding us that we should be happy that he's doing this. You're reminding us that we are finally having success standing up and defending America, because that's what we're doing. I'm just going to remind everybody that leftism is fundamentally incompatible with American values. That simply is the case. And anything we can do to stem the tide or stem the growth of the cancer of leftism is worth it for America's future, for the future of our children. Yes, we are, in fact, thinking of the children, something that the Democrats clearly aren't doing. Just look at the test scores in Baltimore. So, my friends on the left, thank you. Thank you for reminding us through these very troubling times that we are winning. And don't bother trying to convince us that Donald Trump will continue to be an authoritarian. Don't try and convince us that he will not give up power, that he's going to be king for life or any such ridiculousness, because, yeah, we know that's not going to happen. That's simply the case. We have no problem with him using the government against you now, even in cases where, or even in the case of Jimmy Kimmel. Let's say they did use the FCC to pressure ABC, Disney to fire him. Okay, that's fine. I really don't have a problem with that. Now, granted, we all know that ABC has been looking for any excuse to fire Jimmy Kimmel for a very long time. He is losing them so much money. This was clearly a business decision. That you don't understand, that totally get it. But let's just say, hypothetically, it was pressure from the Trump administration. That's fine. Totally fine. I'm not going to object at all. Because we know that when this whole dust settles, once we have used the power of the government that you created against you, and that you are no longer, or leftism is no longer a significant force in American politics, once you have been cast off into the bin of irrelevancy where you belong, and maybe the classical liberals, the classical bleeding heart liberals, can finally, retake the Democrat Party. We'll throw them a welfare program or two, and they'll be happy because that's all they really care about, right? But once true leftism is defeated, and you are no longer relevant, then once we don't have to fight you anymore, the leftists, then we can actually get back to cutting 90% of the government, reining in federal power, cutting taxes, cutting regulations. I know, cutting taxes and regulations, ooh, such scary fascism, right? That's what we know is going to happen. Once we deal with you, then we can, in fact, deal with the monster and dangerous government that you created. That's why I'm not worried. That's why I'm not worried one bit. I hope the president uses every legal means at his disposal to defeat you, because then we can turn around and deal with the real enemy, and that is the government that you created. And if some of you, by chance, some of you agree that the government should not have these powers, that the media companies should not be in any way, shape, or form worried about what the government thinks or what a bureaucrat thinks, I think we can actually agree with that, or we can agree on that. And then we'll actually be able to make real progress in restoring America. Because not only are you the problem, government is actually a bigger problem. You know I'm right.